Hello kiddos, how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Edgar and here we are with the first video on my channel where we're going to be talking about books. I think that every channel that talks about books has to start with a TBR list. So this is what we're going to be doing today. I literally have here my bullet journal where I have put in all the books that I want to read in this January 2022. So if you feel interested to see what am I going to be reading this month, just keep on watching. Well, to start, as I said, like I have this bullet journal. Here is where I organize all the projects and all the things that I want to do. If you want me to make a specific video about bullet journaling, I can totally make it. Just like leave it in the comments. One of the things that I put it there is like my TBR list. It's literally all the books that I want to be reading this month. It's a 9-book list, so it's like pretty ambitious list. 2022, we're not afraid of it. And the first book that I put on my list is Malibu Rising by Jenkins. Probably you have heard about this book so many times, and unless you were living under a rock. Jenkins is actually one of those authors that BookTube and BookTok and every social media platform literally loves her, and there's a reason for that. I read last year The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I also read Daisy Jones and the Six, and they're both amazing books. I cannot recommend them enough. Actually, I read 7 Husbands in literally like 2 days while I was traveling, and I just couldn't stop it. Like, you wanted to know more about these characters just because they feel super real. I know you also heard about it a lot, but if you haven't, please read that one. I'm so looking forward for Malibu Rising to blow my mind, so I will let you know what I think about that one when I read it. The second one that I have in my list is Untamed by Glennon Doyle. There's a lot of reason why you might have heard about these books. Adele, the person who says hello like no one else.
Hello, it's me.
She recommended the book and she said that it helped her go through the divorce, so it kind of like makes me like feel so interested about like how that can happen. And I read it at the end of 2021 and on the start of this year, so I kind of like cheating to put that one on this list because I actually have read it already. But the thing is, like, it's a really good one, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I think that it has like some really good quotes. You're super going to enjoy the books. I think there are some passages that I don't feel very related to because it's very much talking about a woman and how she found out that her husband was cheating on her, and how this terrible moment of her life end up being the start of a new chapter of her life that is much better than what she was in before. But she also talks a lot about what it's like to be a mother and to have kids. So there are a couple of things that I cannot identify with, but still I think that it's a really good book and it's really well written. The chapters are super short, so it makes it like super fast reading. So yeah, for me it's 4 out of 5 stars, so it's like a really good start for this year and my TBR. The third book on my TBR is The Midnight Library by Haig. I read only good things about this book. I think it's everywhere. My boyfriend gave it to me for Christmas, so I'm actually like super excited about reading this one. It's not very long. I don't have it here like to show it to you right now, but I will definitely show it to you when I read it. The other book that is on my TBR is The Vanishing Half by Bennett. I also like heard like a lot of people recommending it in saying that it's super interesting. I want to read like fiction books, but also about like different genres. I really love to read romance books actually, but this one seems to be a little bit more like a thriller type of book, and to see something different, to read about racism and different problematic, it made me like super interested, and I'm actually really excited to start reading that one. Then I have Solitaire by Oseman. She's the author of Heartstopper, which is one of my favorite comic books. I don't read many comics anyways, so that kind of like put it in a little bit of advantage. I know that actually the characters of Heartstoppers are on this one. Nick and Charlie are I just love them, and I know that there's an adaptation coming of that. I can't wait. I think that it's going to be really good. Then I have Felix Ever After, that it's probably going to be like the first book that I'm going to be reading this year. Just because I have a page that is called The Middle Kiddo, in which I upload drawings, and I have also a book club in it where we read about LGBTQ plus books, authors, and stories. I think that this one is going to fit like super well on that category, and I think that a lot of the people that follows me on that page and read the comments and things that I put on it, they're going to feel very identified. So yeah, definitely is going to be the next one. So next week I'm going to have some updates on how this one goes. Then I have The Paper Palace by Miranda Cowley. This is one of the Reese's Book Club picks, and I love Reese Witherspoon. She recommended Untamed as well, and whatever she recommends I'm going to be reading it because I think that she's amazing and she has like a really good taste when it comes to stories. So I'm super interested. I have The Paper Palace. I got it from my boyfriend also as a Christmas gift, so I'm super excited to read it. I know that it's about like this woman that has to make a decision on who she's going to stay with after she cheats on her husband, or it's something on those lines. I'm not literally like knowing much about the book, but I'm going to be updating you with that one as well. Then my first Colleen Hoover. I know that I have seen so many videos about her books that there's no way you don't feel like at least a little bit intrigued by her work and like her books and her stories, because there's something that's making her like blow, and I've seen like everywhere, literally every bookstore that I go, there's some recommendations of Colleen Hoover or like a full section with her books. So, well, Ugly Love is one of the books that she wrote and everyone is recommending it. Definitely when I read it, I'm going to be updating you. And last but not least, I have Beach Read by Emily Henry. I know that this is like a romance book, and those are kind of like the books that I enjoy the most. According to what I know, it's very like on the lines of The Hating Game, and everyone said that it's super uplifting and easy reading. You really like really fast paced, and literally all that I need right now. And I can't wait to read that one. I'm going to go to the beach and read it. And yes, those are the 9 books that I'm going to read this January. I really thank you for watching this video, and there's a lot of new videos and books and recommendations that are coming. So yeah, just subscribe, give this video a like if you like it, and share it so the channel can keep on growing. So once again, thank you so much, and see you next week. Mwah.